You say WhatsApp sucks?
Absolutely.
A week ago, Russian government have blocked Telegram. But let's start from the beginning. After Soviet Union collapsed, there was a lot of people who speak Russian and not English. And in the moment when Facebook was so popular and not localized to Russian language, those people were cut from the world to use Facebook. Pavel Durov have created a clone of Facebook. It called it Vkontakte, or shortly VK. And it became so popular in Russia, in Ukraine, in Belarus, in Azerbaijan, in Armenia, in Georgia, in Kazakhstan, all those post-Soviet Union countries. So, 2014, Pavel Durov have been hijacked, and then he refused from his shares of VK and transferred it to Alisher Usmanov, the person who is close to Kremlin government. The same year, the war in Ukraine started, and after some time, Ukrainian government have banned VK on the territory of Ukraine. Like they say, because Ukraine have a war with Russia, Russian government, let's say, control VK. VK is too popular in Ukraine. And Russian government, because they take care of all the people, all the citizens, and Russian government decided to teach people how to use VK even in the country where it's banned. So on Russian TV channels, they have been broadcasted to Ukraine at that moment. They start explaining people how to use VPN. Shortly, how VPN works. This is Ukraine users, and any traffic that comes from VK, from Russia, let's say, it's been blocked. So how VPN works? VPN is some another computer or server, for example, in Netherlands, that Ukraine did not ban on anything, and Netherlands have no problem with Russian VK, right? So a user in Ukraine asks the server in Netherlands to request the specific website in Russia on VK. It gets that information, give it to Netherlands, and it gives it back to Ukraine. So by using VPN, you can use services that are banned in those countries. Thank you, Russian government. They teach Ukrainian people how to use VPN. And at the same time, they teach Russian people how to use VPN. A week ago, Russian government have banned Telegram. And no one cared, because everyone know how to use VPN. And the fight between Roskomnadzor against Telegram, and Russian government lose this fight, because during the first week they have banned almost 2% of all the IP addresses in the world, and accidentally among those IP addresses they have banned themselves. It was so funny. They sent to all those providers, internet providers, a letter like, please remove these IP from your list because it's our IP address, sorry. In the result, a lot of banks, a lot of infrastructures stopped working, because Telegram had very fantastic, good platform of communication, of working. In 2012, Pussy Riot danced in an Orthodox church in Russia and then been arrested, and that became the big story. And for a long time, it was the fight between Pussy Riot and Orthodox Church. Can you imagine how Roskomnadzor have fucked up everything, that Pussy Riot, together with Orthodox activists, they protest against ban of Telegram. A few days ago, they've been arrested. I like to divide crisis in 3 versions: official version, unofficial version, and real version. So official version is security thing. Russian government asked security keys from Telegram, and Telegram is the most secured messenger. Even Edward Snowden submit that, because it has special algorithm that generates on 2 devices only, and there is no other chance that any other device or server will see or will read those security keys. So Russian government asked Telegram to provide them with those security keys. That is impossible to do. It doesn't exist. And because of that, they have banned the Telegram. Even United Nations called this act against the law, because you can request a company or a person to provide you things that he is able to do that. You cannot request the person to have third eye and then ban him for not having that. There is no way that Pavel Durov, Telegram, or any other person except 2 devices will know those security keys. There is unofficial version. After poisoning the Skripal, ex-Russian spy, a lot of countries, they just withdraw Russian diplomats from their countries. They prolonged the sanctions against Russia, and even the situation in Russia that was not that easy, that good, even became worse, especially after Russia say we will apply sanctions against American companies like McDonald's, Coca-Cola. Like, can you imagine that? And people start talking. So the unofficial version that Kremlin's problem is that what people talking, they are not satisfied with what's happening in the country. But there is the real version. A month ago, Pavel Durov have raised $16 billion for creating a cryptocurrency. People in power, they asked for some of that money. Of course, Pavel Durov rejected that. And another thing is that, how do you think why sanctions did not affect Russian economy? Yes, Russian currency lost its value, but not because of the sanctions. For a long time, the majority of Russian profit to the Russian government comes from illegal stuff. Sale of diamonds, sale of oil, gas, armor, drugs, weapons. They do that officially, and of course they do that unofficially even more. All the countries in the world, they have illegal income from drugs, from weapons, from body organs. All the countries. Just some of those countries, they have, it's not their majority income. So while, just imagine, this is real Russian currency value, and for long years they were artificially keeping it on this rate. From this illegal income, they were just paying to keep Russian value, Russian currency here. And when the West started applying sanctions, they just stopped funding artificially, and Russian currency get on its own real value. But they blamed the Western countries for sanctions. They just found the good time to blame others for their own fuck up. The connection with this cryptocurrency, Pavel Durov have raised $16 billion to make totally secured and untrackable cryptocurrency. The thing is that this will create the big problem to Russian government, because they will not be able to track any transfer, money transfer for these drugs, for these weapons, for all those illegal things they do. Like right now, they could track, and you, in the person in the country, will not be able to get your money because they will know where the money comes from, and they will ask for themselves. Right now, with this untrackable cryptocurrency, they will lose this, and that frightened them. This is what I think the most real version. I totally think the security things are bullshit, because terrorists will not stop using secured messengers just because one messenger is blocked. They will continue find another ways, and as Pavel Durov said, please ban words, because terrorists use words. We cannot ban food, and because some bad people eat food and wait while they will starve and die. No. So I think official version is bullshit, because terrorists will not stop secure communication just because one of them is banned. They will just switch to another one. The second reason that people always talk and always will talk, and Russian government know how to play with people's feelings and people's mind. So that is also not that accurate. The only reason, and the main reason what I think is real version, is this cryptocurrency. So thank you for watching. Please use Telegram, use VPN, and don't let anyone to ban your favorite tool. Bye bye.